Hey, this is Jessica with Food Foundation, where I like to find healthy ways to eat, move, and heal. In this video, we're going to talk about WTF to do with daikon radish. I'm not sure if you saw the video where I unboxed a CSA box from ocean to table, but I pulled out a giant daikon radish. It was so heavy I couldn't even hold it up in the video. And I was wondering, I wonder if people know what to do with daikon radish. It's kind of funky. It's in between a turnip, because I know in the Chinese culture they'll make a turnip cake, or a radish, like we have the little breakfast radishes, but it's not hot and spicy. So it works really well when you grate it into a stir fry, or when you slice it up into a soup, or chop it up into a salad. But I decided to make a kimchi recipe. Only I ran out of Korean chili, so it ended up being more of a Mexican kimchi, because I had a chili that I would often use for enchilada sauce, and it definitely had that enchilada taco sort of flavor, which actually it turned out delicious on tacos. To make any type of ferment, you really just need cabbage and salt. And I like to use Savoy cabbage with kimchi, but I had this one from the farmer's market, so that's what we're gonna use. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of salt to about 2 heads of cabbage. It really feels like a lot of salt, but it won't be, because I'm going to massage it in and then cover it with filtered water. I don't want chlorine killing any of the good bacteria on the cabbage. And then cover this for about a half an hour so that it can soak and the salt water will absorb into the cabbage. I'm going to grate this beautiful daikon radish on the large side so that it's more like a potato chip. You can see we have these beautiful slices. You want to know you have a daikon radish in your mouth. And then when you use the green onions, I'm going to slice them into small, beautiful circles. And these have purple, I love them. And this ginger I'm going to grate. I don't know if you want to know you have ginger in your mouth, so I'm going to grate it nice and fine. And same thing with the garlic, I'm going to press it nice and fine. So we're going to start a paste like you would in kimchi. I am going to add fish sauce because I think it makes a nice umami rich flavor. And then I only have this Anaheim chili, so we're going to use about 1.5 tablespoons. That's really all I had. And it was a nice amount of spice. If you didn't want it spicy, just skip that. And you could use soy sauce or tamari if you wanted instead of the fish sauce. I'm going to mix this paste, and again, like the salt, really blend it in. I've drained the cabbage, and now I'm going to blend this paste into all of the veggies, get it nice and mixed in. And then the fun part, you really want to bash this into a glass jar. And it's going to get much smaller when you start pounding into the cabbage and releasing any air or making it really super tight. If you have any frustrations to get out, this is a great time to really pound it until you see the liquid starts to come up above the veggies. And you want it to end completely submerged. I'm going to use this glass weight, which I'll send a link to at the bottom. You could use a stone or a little bowl. And I have this really fancy lid that you fill halfway up with water, and it allows the gases to sort of burp out. But I will link to them. Here is the finished product. I let it sit for a week on my counter, and then this is refrigerated. Isn't that beautiful? This was amazing on tacos. I love using daikon radish into a sauerkraut or a kimchi because the flavor is really mild and it just adds a lot of bulk. And one of the things about these fermented foods is that the probiotics, the microbiota that eat up the vegetables as they tend to ferment, are what are so good for your gut. And the fiber that is normally indigestible is already sort of broken down. That's what happens a lot when you eat the really fibrous vegetables and they're not quite broken down. Your body starts to ferment them and make that gas that can be so uncomfortable. So why not let the microbes do it in a probiotic ferment like kimchi or sauerkraut, and then you just get the benefits without the gas. I hope that's convincing enough for you to try a daikon radish, maybe pick one up at the farmer's market, or if it shows up unexpectedly in your CSA box, you'll know what to do. Either just grate it into a stir fry, chop it up into a soup, or try one of my Mexican, Korean, who knows what flavor of a kimchi. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends so that they can make fermented probiotic food too. Be sure to subscribe and tap the bell so that you get my videos as soon as they're released. Thank you for watching.